Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. So what I'm saying is about the third week into this really massive volatility environment. And while like the day-to-day action is absolutely nuts, the earnings reactions decidedly less so. So they're still really impacted by what's happening. Um, just basically like across the market with the coronavirus and like the headlines still way more important than earnings, but it doesn't mean that things can't react to the numbers. I think they have to be like surprisingly good or surprisingly bad. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Also, like the pricing of the options definitely super important right now. All right. So before the open, actually Monday just in general, there's really nothing of interest either before the open or after the close. And even Tuesday before the open, the only thing that really would be interesting, but it's not confirmed, is Carnival CCL. I mean, this is definitely one of like the poster child of kind of like the damage being seen due to the coronavirus. But their numbers aren't confirmed, so you kind of have to wait to see if they're even going to report. I mean, they probably have no visibility whatsoever, so wouldn't be surprising to me if they kind of postpone it. After the bell on Tuesday, though, one big one. So Nike. Big report. About 875 is what's expected. Now we've traded this stock a couple times on the downside, basically looking for like a breakdown when everything kind of started to snowball. So actually twice like so basically in the last month like two separate swing trades on it. Um, and I'll be honest, I guess I'm not really that interested in the earnings report because I imagine the numbers are gonna be pretty bad, right? Like I mean their supply chain production was shut down in China, and now like their U.S. stores are going to be shut down. So, I don't. I'd prefer, I guess, not to pay for that catalyst because I don't know if it's going to be like a super big mover off of it. To me, I'm still thinking like a bearish swing candidate. I still feel like this could have some more downside. So I'd personally rather wait till the numbers come out. Ideally, see the option pricing come down and maybe look for like another opportunity to step in for like a bearish trade idea. Um, Also, grocery outlet. So, kind of a range bound chart. You can see going back for like 6 months here. About 7 points is what they're looking for. Those are monthly options, though. They are pretty expensive, but it could be interesting since all the grocery stocks are kind of going wild right now. It is a new IPO, like I said, range bound for a few, well, almost like 6 or 7 months now. And I feel like if it can get through 35, it kind of opens the door up for possibly like a move to like 40. So maybe speculative bullish trade. I mean, just based off how strong some of the other like grocery consumer staple names have been. Before the open Wednesday, nothing really all that interesting. After the bell Wednesday, big chip report, Micron. So about 575 is what they're looking for. It's really going to be interesting to see what the state of the memory market is because I don't believe there's been any guidance from Western Digital or Seagate yet. So kind of curious to see what they have to say. I mean, we've heard a lot of like Apple suppliers, 5G names. I don't think we've seen the memory names yet, but I mean, from an option pricing point of view, I feel like a little bit too high for my liking, just based off the current setup. But if anything, maybe I'll look at like Western Digital as like a sympathy trade. I've done that in the past, and I feel like the option pricing should be a little bit lower, just based off the fact that Western Digital won't be reported next week. So maybe look at Western Digital for a sympathy trade. Shoe Carnival, another retail name. About 5 points is what they're expecting. Retail has just been a wreck. This one's no different. You can see it's fallen apart over the last like 3.5 weeks. I think retail's in a really rough spot until they reopen the stores, right? And there's really no time frame for that yet. I'd prefer to swing trade this short. I'm thinking if it popped, if there's like an oversold bounce, maybe look for like a short opportunity, almost like something similar to Nike. But I don't think I'm going to do anything specifically into the earnings report. Cron also Actually, Kron's not confirmed on Wednesday, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Kind of similar to Carnival, they haven't confirmed their date yet. Before the open Thursday, Signet, so another retailer, 2.5 to 3 points, what they're looking for. Um, this is actually kind of interesting setup. I think if I can get risk down on it, because it does typically move quite a bit, and the chart's definitely broken. Lots of shares short. I could see this maybe moving like 3 plus even after the drop. So maybe look at like a lower debit volatility strategy if possible. It's really if I can get the risk down on it. LK not confirmed, so it seems like a lot of companies are kind of delaying reporting just until maybe there's some more visibility. So LK not confirmed either, but tentatively for Thursday, but not confirmed yet. After the close Thursday, another big retailer, Lulu. So about 28 to 30 is what they're expecting. Definitely one of the big names this next week, like in addition to Nike. They were just really on a roll up until the coronavirus hit. I mean, I don't think their numbers are going to be impacted as much as Nike's will, but their stores are closed now also, so there's going to be some impact. Um, the thing with Lulu is that because Nike reports first, this could react pretty sharply to Nike's numbers. So I'm going to kind of see where it is after Nike reports, because if it drops a lot, if it pops a lot, then maybe I'll look to like go the opposite way. But if the straddle comes down, maybe even to like the low 20s, it might be kind of interesting. GameStop. So $1.40 is what they're looking for. They had some bad press this week about management keeping the stores open in the face of all like these businesses closing. I mean, the stock has already been performing pretty bad, so I don't know. I feel like there's maybe not a ton of downside, but maybe heavily shorted name could be potential for a little upside surprise and squeeze if maybe there's an uptick in demand because people looking to um, pick up video games ahead of like the quarantine. So I might look at like a speculative bullish shot. It's definitely risky though. And then KBH, so retailer, not retailer, home builder, excuse me. 3.5 points. Those are monthly options. Lennar this past week had decent results. The stock really didn't react much to it though. KBH kind of a similar chart, and I'm just not sure that earnings are really going to move the needle much on it right now. I do think the sector is interesting though once things settle down. So I might keep an eye on this for an entrance for like a longer dated swing after like the numbers come out, and I don't have to pay for like that earnings catalyst. And then also, I mean, Restoration Hardware, but again, not confirmed. So one of a bunch of different names that haven't confirmed, tentatively scheduled for next week, but also not confirmed. So I'll circle back to it when they confirm. All right. Um, and then Friday before the open, there's really nothing of interest. So that's it. So a couple big retail, Micron. So a few things, but overall, it seems like a lot of companies are kind of postponing until maybe they have some more clarity and more visibility. Which that I don't really blame them for it, right? Things are kind of crazy right now. All right, so if you like these videos and you're looking for more information on options education or more option trade ideas, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options at play. Have a safe weekend. Stay healthy out there, and we will all get through this together. All right. I will talk to you on Monday.